Yeah, this is Bang Bang Ray Hill. Please press the like button and subscribe. Yeah, we was talking my pal today about Queensway. When I first went over Queensway, I was what, 15, 16. I went over to Queensway with a guy called Johnny Hunt and another guy called Wiggy Purdy. Wiggy Purdy just come out of prison. He'd done quite a bit of bird Wiggy Purdy. I think it was one of the first guys ever to do a post up his van. Wiggy Purdy, old Wiggy Purdy, loved him, mate, with a beard. He used to do a lot of his palette painting, palette painting. And I think everybody around Acton has got one of his pictures, yeah? All the pubs and all the wine bars and all the restaurants have got his pictures, Wiggy. I liked old Wiggy, mate. I looked after him for a long time, yeah? I used to look after him, drive me around and give him money, yeah? I used to love him. And I used to work with a guy, not work with a guy, but be around a guy called Johnny Hunt. Johnny Hunt was a right old burglar, gangster burglar, knew everybody and could have a right fight, Johnny Hunt. I mean, he was related to my family, my ex-wife's family, Christine, and he could really march on, mate. He's the dangerous man, Johnny Hunt. A lot of people know him around the bush, around Queensway and all that, but he took me to some spills in Queensway with a guy called Freddie Rondell. Freddie Rondell, he worked in Queensway. He had big fruit and veg stalls, and he also ran a couple of ice cream stalls as well. He run Queensway in a way. He was a very dangerous man. And I remember years ago the Queensway, the Crays saying they'd come to Queensway and take over. Well, they couldn't have done. I said it before. Freddie Rondell would have just, well, he was too much for them, mate. All that Queensway firm was too much for him. Labatt Grove, all them were too much for him, mate. They would never last. The shit was pushed. All the gangsters, no, never. Anyway, they took me to the spills, yeah, and with Freddie Rondell. And Freddie Rondell was going, talking like that, yeah. And he used to eat Swedes, raw Swedes, and raw carrots, anything raw he used to eat, yeah. He used to love sweets, turnips, beetroots, anything like that raw, yeah. And anyway, they taught me like to come to Queensway, showed me how to play poker and all that. One day we was in there. There was 3 Italian guys. They was cheating. They was found out to really cheating. And there was a lot of money in the card schools then. I was learning from the idea of people not paying what they owed. And me, as a young kid, 17, learning maybe 16, 17, maybe learning how to do a bit of enforcement work, how to collect money, get my mates and go on people. But I was just still learning, yeah. So I see Freddie Rondell in there. I was with Johnny Hunt and Wiggy Purdy, and I see Freddie Rondell talk to the Italian guys, and they got a bit leery. And Freddie Rondell was a judo expert. He won the gold medal in the Russian Olympics. Listen, mate, let me tell you something. Freddie Rondell ripped these fucking geezers to pieces. He ripped them to pieces, mate. And I realised then this geezer was a right dangerous guy. And I thought to myself, what? I could learn a lot from him, yeah? Learned a lot, but I didn't have a chance to do with him. And then he got done with the big spaghetti siege and all that later on. And so that was it. But he learnt me a lot. And then I moved on to the market, working in the fruit market. Learned to fight in there. Learned a lot, really, fruit market. I mean, I was fighting, I don't know, maybe 2 fights a day sometimes in the fruit market, easy that, you know what I mean? And when I say fights, just give them a clump, a greengrocer. Sometimes, me and Colin Cracknell would always fight in the fruit market. Me, Colin Cracknell, Terry Woods, 24/7 would fight in there all the time, if we could, yeah? They're coming from the fruit market. Let's go into my old mate Jimmy Tibbet, yeah? Jimmy Tibbet was my good trainer for me, Jim. But when I was fighting, I fought quite a few Travellers. I've had quite a few fights with Travellers. I learnt with Johnny Critterton. I've had quite a few fights with Travellers around Johnny Critterton. And anyway, Jimmy Tibbet, we've had some fights around Deptford, Catford, around them sites around there. And one day, Jimmy offered this guy out for me to fight. And I said, yeah, I'll fight him. And this Travler was about 6'3", wiry, 16 and a half, 17 stone. I was about 16 and a half, 17 stone. And the rounds in them days were, every time you hit the floor was a round. You get up, it was a round. So if you got, it could be any time, it could be 12 rounds, 15, whatever. But they only went for about 6 to 8 rounds, yeah, because the punishment you get, there was only bag gloves. No, we didn't put bandages on, just bag gloves, yeah. So you can imagine the power and the punches and the damage you get. And I fought this guy, yeah, and he was hard, man. He was really, really hard. This guy, he hit me so bad, right, around the face. It was a draw. It went about 6 rounds. I hit the floor a couple of times, and we realised then it was just a draw. Just give it up, yeah. About 6 times, each one of us hit the floor, yeah, 3 times each. Might have been even me 4 times, you know what I mean? But he fractured my jaw, this guy. I thought he'd go, you know, when he hit me, my jaw opened and whoop, he come across with the right hand, yeah. And I thought he'd go, and he come back with the left hook, and he clipped it, and I heard it go, yeah. And it was sort of like very hard to bite on the gum shield, yeah. And he hurt me, he smashed my nose a bit, and he done my eye. And I done the same thing. I mean, I really hurt him really badly in the face. I smashed him, cut him to pieces. I never broke no bones, but he fractured my jaw. I think he broke my nose as well, yeah. But a good fight, me and Jimmy Tibbet, a good fight. No one won, it was a draw. And then we went to, we had a fight, I was all fighting, then I was having maybe 2 fights a week sometimes. And Jimmy, we went to Brighton Hove with Johnny Crichton and met these guys in this caravan site. Big site, massive site out there. And I fought this guy, he was a big lump, mate. He was a big guy, 18 stone, 19 stone. I was 17 stone. And I fought this guy. I've never been hit so hard in all my life, yeah. This guy, he was the hardest hitting guy I've ever known, yeah. When he hit you, you think, oh, fucking hell. And I mean, I was just jabbing him, moving away, jabbing him. As he come in, bang, hit him across, you know, I was just cutting him up, yeah. But mate, this Travler, he hit me once on the fucking chin. How he never broke my jaw, I don't know, yeah. I've never been hit so hard. I see everything. I see a whole of London, you know what I mean? He hit me, mate, and wow, it was like unbelievable. It's like just madness, yeah. I didn't go down. I just moved away, and I thought, boy, this geezer can bang. I mean, I've been hit hard. As I say, Lloyd Wolfram hit me on the chin, give me a concussion. I think maybe that would be the hardest punch. I don't know. I think this guy could hit a bit harder, but I've had quite a few fights, so I was getting quite used to getting hit on the chin. But this Travler could really, really, really bang. As I said, every time he hit me, he hurt me. He hit me around the arms, around the legs, and the legs, yeah. Around the legs, I mean, we go down. I mean, it's about winning the fight, and you get hit around the buttock area on the legs, you know, they go down, whoop. It's all about that, and they just whack you, you know. And this guy was a banger. I believe that he beat me myself. It became a draw, but I believe he beat me. He could hit, mate. This guy could hit, and he shook me right up. It became a draw, yeah. We split the purse up, nice bit of money. But I believe he beat me, yeah. I believe he beat me. But they said it was a draw, yeah. This guy, I don't know his name, yeah. I'd love to know his name. He was a Travler, and he was a thick seller, very thick set. So I had 40. I was, 18, 19. But this guy could fight. I don't know what happened to him. I've never seen him on the unlicensed fighting bills, ever. I've always looked out for him. At first, you know, seriously, when I see it now, I thought it was that, what was his name? Lou Yates. I thought it was him. You know, when I see Lou Yates later on, I've never seen this guy. See him later on, I thought it was him that I fought, yeah? Because this guy was exactly the same as him. Thick set. Could really bang, mate. And Lou Yates was the same. He was thick set, could really have a fight, yeah? When I see it later on, I thought that was the guy I fought, you know? And listen, I got the utmost respect for this guy. This guy, he hit me and really hurt me bad. And me and Jimmy, when I got involved with Cliff Fields, yeah? When I got involved with Cliff Fields, and me and Cliff Fields used to muck about, sparring around, this, that and the other, Cliff Fields could bang. Cliff Fields was a banger, right? And me and Cliff, sometimes we go 3 rounds, 4 rounds, and you know, I'm on about the cat's whisker Streatham, in the ring, muck about, and Cliff Fields could bang, yeah? But this guy that I boxed, I don't know who he is, I'd love to find out. He hit me like a mule. This guy could really hit, and he was big, you know, big, powerful shoulders. I was big, but he had massive, big, powerful shoulders, and he was quite hairy, yeah? And he used to fight like this, hands down here, yeah? Like that, yeah? Well, I had my hands up here, he'd have his hands down here. And he, fucking hell, mate, he really hurt me, I mean. And that is, I've been to a lot, you know. I mean, Cliff Fields, he was a banger. That time I see him fight Lenny McLean, you know, and he really punished Lenny. He punished Lenny. He really hurt him. And another thing, a mate of mine phoned me today. I've known this guy all my life. The guy is one of the oddest guys. I keep saying it, but this guy, me and him used to be close together like that. Alec Jones, yeah, from Queensway, Paddington, around that way. Alec Jones is one of the hardest guys that I know, can really have a fight. People don't ever want to underestimate him. He's got that very powerful voice, you know what I mean? Very powerful. And he can fight, mate. He can fight. You don't want to get a left hook of him, mate, you're in trouble. He phoned me this morning and he said to me, "What are you doing?" He said, "You forget, Ray, who you are. You're Ray Hill." I said, "Come on." I said, "Well," he said, "You're Ray Hill, mate." He said, "What are you doing apologising to people for? Why? Why are you apologising to people about what other people, about Lenny McLean's and all them sort of people and what's his other name, Herbert and all them? Why are you apologising, mate? To anybody? Why? Don't apologise. Once you say something, you've said it. Don't apologise. Do you understand? Don't apologise. What you're saying is correct, really. Don't apologise. And this geezer, he's gone so straight, it's unbelievable. He does windows now, does all the, you know, sash windows. They're old. They cost money, sash windows, but all the other windows, he's doing all that as well, all the patios. He's earning good money, yeah? He works 7 days a week. He's got 2 motors on the road now, and he works hard, you know? And he just said to me, Ray, he said, "You know what, mate? When me and you was at it, we never looked at it like this, yeah? We keep away from the old bill 24/7. We, as much as we can, we keep away from them. They've only got to get us once. We keep away from them 30 times, but they're lucky once. We're lucky 50 times, 60 times, but they only have to be lucky once. Remember that. They only have to be lucky once. Luck runs with us. We go out there for money 20, 30, 40 times. But the old bill, they've only got to be lucky that once they were banged up. Which is true. Which is so true. You know, and me and Alec Jones, we've had some terrible fights with people, and we've never lost. Back to back, I don't think there could have been anybody beat us. Me and Alec Jones. Anybody out there says anything to me, let me know. Let me know. Alec Jones and myself, back to back, couldn't be beat. We was the governors, mate. Without shadow of doubt, we was the bosses. Not bosses, but governors. I mean, Alex Jones, I know for a fact, could have beat Roy Shaw. I know for a fact he'd have beat Lenny McLean. People say, "Don't talk about these people, they're dead." Why not? Why can't I talk about him? Because they're dead. You know, it's what it's all about. Who is there today? Tell me who is there today. There's not fighters today like there was in them days. There could be 30, 40 fighters in my times. And they'd fight. There's none of this, all this podcasting, slagging people down, running people down. It was straight away, mate. Talking, word to mouth. You want to fight? All right, tomorrow. Out there. No, he's going 6 months, 3 months, 4 months training, running each other down and all that on the phones and what we're going to do, what we ain't got to do, because you're all wankers, really, doing all that, you know what I mean? Fight, mate. Fight proper, fight like men. Do you know? Fight like men. Get out there and fight. Don't be arguing on the phones and all that crap. Get out there and fight, mate. That's what it's all about. Fight. Don't be cowards. I'll fight you in 6 days, 10 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks' time. Start running each other down. Get out there and fight. Just get out there and fight. Anyway, this is Bang Bang Radio. Please press the like button, subscribe. And remember this, we can be lucky 100 times, yeah? But the old Bill, I've only got to be lucky that once. Remember that. Take care. Nice one. Have a nice day.